So Kate's going to share a presentation about Help Hope Live, and I know I'm really eager to learn about it. And then we will open it up to questions. Just a couple of quick things, just if everyone doesn't mind to keep yourself muted during the presentation, that would be really helpful. If you could just hold your questions until the end of the presentation. If you want a kind of a placeholder, go ahead and put your question in the chat, just to remember it. And when we do open up for questions, feel free to use the hand raise function. We can read questions from the chat. And if you're unable to utilize either one of those, just shout out and we'll make sure that we answer your questions. And I think that is it. And we're going to get started.
Well,
thanks. Yeah. So if everyone doesn't mind muting, and if I don't see you muted, I will, whoops. Okay. And I'm going to also. Okay. I'm just muting. Okay, great.
Good.
All right. We are good. And I'm just going to spotlight you for right now.
Okay. Sounds good.
Thanks.
Okay. Okay. You can all see that?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So again, my name is Kate. I'm the outreach representative from Help Hope Live. We've been a nonprofit since 1983. So this is our 40th year of being an organization. We originally only helped transplant clients, but since we opened up to catastrophic injury and illness clients, our name changed to Help Hope Live. Our name was originally the National Transplant Assistance Fund. So our mission is to support community-based fundraising for people with unmet medical and related expenses due to cell and organ transplants, catastrophic injuries, and catastrophic illnesses. And what we do is write in our name, help ease the financial burden of a medical crisis, provide hope at a time of overwhelming need, and support patients to live life as fully as possible. A little bit of our history, like I mentioned, we've been a nonprofit for 40 years. We've helped our clients raise over $172 million for their medical expenses and related costs. And we're now assisting more conditions than ever. So that includes spinal cord injury, amputation, stroke, Parkinson's, and a lot of other types of illnesses. So we really expanded who we can assist in the past few years. And our advantage is that we provide personal support. So every client is assigned a client service coordinator to help with all aspects of fundraising. So our clients aren't fundraising on their own. We also can pay bills directly, so our clients can focus on their health and recovery. As a nonprofit status organization, donations are tax deductible, and we also can help facilitate matching grants. And our biggest advantage is that our clients don't have to worry about losing their Medicare or Medicaid or any other asset-based benefits because we maintain discretion and control over the funds. So all the funds that are raised are in a client's honor, and they don't drop into their bank account. So the funds get distributed based on a fund request form that I will go over in a little bit. All of our campaigns are medically verified. So this verification process is really easy. As a new client, you would go to your social worker, physical therapist, doctor, financial coordinator, and have them sign a short piece of paper that just confirms that you are a real person with a real need. A medical professional has confirmed this need, and funds will only be used to cover medical and related expenses. So this process is super easy, but it just provides that extra little layer of protection. And this is what a custom campaign page looks like on our website. So every client gets their own page. It can include pictures, videos. Our coordinators can help you write up your story if you need any help with that. You can include updates if anything has changed. This is where most of the donations will come in through. As you can see, there's that thermometer and that give button. You can choose to have the thermometer on your page, or you can choose to leave that out. That's completely up to you. But this is where, like I said, the donations come in through, and this is an easy way to share kind of what's going on and share why you're needing to fundraise. And the fundraising support that our coordinators can provide include identifying community networks, planning fundraising events. We can help create press releases that go out to your local newspaper or news station. We can help you create flyers, social media campaigns like Facebook fundraisers. We can help create fundraising packets and assist with outreach to businesses for gift in kind support. So it's really tailored to what works best for each individual client. As you can see, there's different types of events up here. All of our flyers now include a QR code, so this can be posted somewhere, and if someone can't attend an event, they can scan the QR code. That QR code would go right to your campaign page, so someone could still easily donate and see your story, even if they can't attend an event in person. And this is some other support that we provide on some other types of events. We have an annual Hope Travels 5K that our clients can participate in, trunk or treats, raffles. I'll share with you some other examples as well, but these are some of the flyers that our coordinators have created. And so once funds are raised in your honor, the funds that are raised can assist with all this whole list of things. This list is always growing based on what our clients might need. So wheelchairs, modified vehicles, accessible vehicle modifications, accessible home modifications, standing frames, FES bikes, exoskeletons, prosthetics, and vision therapy. So those are just a few. We can also assist with care. So that includes your more typical deductibles and copays, hospital bills and lab work, travel, food, and lodging if temporary relocation is needed, 3 months of emergency living assistance. So that would include mortgage, rent, utilities, follow-up care, caregiver expenses, medications, service dogs, and medical marijuana. And also quality of life, which is very important. So that includes adaptive sports, assistive technology, activity-based rehab, all-terrain wheelchairs, experimental therapies, and like I said, more, because this list is always growing because new things come out and our clients come to us with different things all the time. As long as there's some type of need for it, sometimes we require a note from a doctor saying it's necessary, but for the most part, we're pretty adaptable with what we can help with. And as I mentioned, those funds get distributed based on a fund request form. So this is filled out by the client or someone you've previously designated. You fill this out, you would attach a bill or you would attach proof of payment. So if you attach just a bill or invoice, we would pay directly to vendor. If you attach proof of payment, we can reimburse you through direct deposit. We also have a bunch of partner discounts on our website that I would encourage you to check out. So this form goes right to our finance team, which is that email in yellow. They usually process these within 5 to 10 business days. Our checks go out on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So we try to get these completed as quickly as possible. And we also have a new feature for every client. This is on a client's dashboard. So as you can see where the arrow is pointing, you can now see exactly where the checks have been sent to, the check number, the date, the amount. So this has helped us to just be more transparent with our clients. Our clients don't have to call in as much wondering if things have gotten paid. So this has been really helpful to have and is a great feature. We have brand ambassadors. So these are all people who have worked with us in the past and really are wanting to spread our message. So they help to educate the community about us. They go into hospitals, rehab facilities. They talk to healthcare professionals and also attend some support groups for us and talk about their experience with us. And if any of you were interested in speaking with one of them, I'm happy to get you connected. You can email me at the end of this, or you can email Heidi and I could get you connected with one of our brand ambassadors that would be happy to talk with you. So we can post some questions we get most often. Are there any fees involved? So it's completely free to get started with us, but we do have a 3% administration fee on all the donations that come in. That's just to keep us running as a nonprofit. And there's a small credit card fee for online donations. And we do also have the option to cover that 3% fee, which a lot of our donors choose to do. How do I get started? So super easy to get started with us. You can either call us at our 800 number and briefly speak to a client service coordinator. They would send you a welcome packet through the mail or email. You would send that welcome packet back to us. It would get reviewed, and then we would let you know that you're able to start fundraising with us. Also, you could go to our website and click that blue Get Started button, and that would prompt a short survey where you would fill out your name, your email, phone number, and then a coordinator would get back to you.
The other day, I have not received anything from.
What makes Help Public different than other fundraising platforms? So, like I mentioned, we have a team of coordinators that will help you to fundraise. We can provide you with custom flyers, banners, and videos. Our communications team can help with press releases and media pitches. We can help you with any type of Facebook fundraiser or social media fundraiser. We can help facilitate foundation and matching grants, and there's no impact on your Medicare, Medicaid, or any asset-based benefits. What if I'm nervous about fundraising or asking my friends and family for help? We do have this great option that's available for all clients. That's free. We will create a YouTube video on your behalf, and it will include some pictures, why you're needing to fundraise. Also, our executive director is in the video explaining all about Help Hope Live. There's a click to donate button at the end of the video. So this is just a really easy way to share your story, kind of like a first step thing to kind of get your name out there. But this is available and helpful to a lot of our clients. What kinds of fundraisers should I do? So some virtual fundraisers include photo contests, gift card giveaways, trivia nights, bingo, movie nights, some gaming fundraisers we've seen some people do. And then some in-person fundraisers include benefit concerts, spaghetti or barbecue dinners, or even drive-throughs, polar plunges, golf tournaments, restaurant percentage of sales night, silent auctions, custom materials. You'll see there's a bonfire icon, so we can get you set up with bonfire where you can create custom materials like t-shirts, tank tops, sweatshirts, other things, and a portion of those proceeds will go right into your campaign. And also we can help you get set up with race roster if you were interested in a 5K. So there's some things that we already have established that we can, make it a little bit easier for you to get set up. And we're also always trying to think of more passive fundraisers like the custom materials, where you don't have to plan a big event. You can kind of just put something, set something up on the internet and share it and raise funds that way. So we're always trying to think of ways for our clients to fundraise without doing a big event if that's not something that they're particularly fond of. And this is not me, this is my director, but she primarily works in the injury community. So she is always available if you all have any further questions. She can always forward emails to me too. So that's her contact info. Feel free to write it down or take a picture. If you are interested in getting started, the best thing to do is to call us. But if you have any further questions, she's happy to answer them. Do you guys have any questions in particular?
Sorry, I was muted. Kate, thank you so much. So do you want to maybe stop screen share? So it
Yeah.
would be easier for me to be able to see people on the screen. And I'm just going to spotlight for a moment. All right, let me see if there was anything in the chat here. Okay. I'm just going to read this. Hi, this is Doug Curl. I work with SCI patients in their homes installing equipment, overhead hoist systems, beds, elevators, VPLs. Would a person be able to apply for a grant, or is it individual fundraising for each person? Very specifically, we have a person preparing to discharge from Spalding soon. They need a lift system and a bed with rotation mattress. Should I direct the family to your organization?
Yes, definitely. We can help someone fundraise for that. We've worked with companies similar to yours where it's something that they might need right away, which is a little bit trickier because fundraising takes a little bit of time. And our grants are pretty limited to emergency needs. And it's only for up to $1,500. And we really try to push, the fundraising aspect. So we could definitely help them fundraise for it. And including the hoist systems, beds, all of that. It's just a kind of a timing thing where the fundraising could take, up to, maybe a month. And if they need it right away, that's something that we might run into an issue with. But, generally, yes, we can help someone fundraise for those things.
Thank you. So Kay is asking, what should you say to someone who is considering donating to your campaign regarding tax advantages for them donating?
The tax advantages, I'm not 100% sure on. I think it's similar to donating to any other type of nonprofit. I can send you guys more detailed information on that. One thing I would say is donating to a nonprofit is a more secure, and we have that medical verification process. So it's not like you would be donating to maybe a GoFundMe where the funds could be used for something else, like a vacation, or it might not go to the right person. So I would say maybe not regarding the tax advantages, but just like the secure advantages would be that those couple things that we do to protect our clients and ensure that the funds are going to the right person. But like I said, I can get more information on those tax advantages.
Right. So just to clarify, so if somebody, are you not sure at the moment, is it a tax deduction for somebody to make a donation to to a campaign?
Yes, it is still
It
a
is.
tax deduction or
It is.
write-off.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank
I'm
you.
just not sure the specifics of it, but yeah.
Sure. Okay. Great. Chris is asking, could the client be another organization, for example, a nonprofit fundraising for a modified van?
That's a good question. There might be a way to have that worked out. Generally, our campaigns are for a specified person. But I mean, I wouldn't say no. I would think we would have to kind of talk through it, but I think it would be a possibility.
Thank you. Thanks, Chris.
Feel free to reach out if you want to talk about it more. You could reach out to Sunny, who she was, her email was at the end. She would maybe have more clarification on that.
We have any other questions from anyone? I'm curious, and I don't know how much you can speak to this question, but how does this differ from doing like a GoFundMe for someone just to, to do a GoFundMe page?
Yeah, so for fundraising in GoFundMe, say you were to raise $10,000 and then you go to use that $10,000 or, put it into your own personal bank account, all of that is taxed. It's considered taxable income to you. We have had clients who fundraise with GoFundMe and then that's viewed as income and they've been at risk at losing their housing because of it, their housing voucher, because it looks like they've made all this money. So that's kind of devastating. And that doesn't occur with us because none of the funds raised in a client's honor drop into their bank account. It's held with us. And like I said, we distribute those funds. So that's one big advantage. You don't have to worry about losing any asset-based benefits. We also have the client service coordinators that help with the fundraising. GoFundMe, you're completely on your own. So those two, I would say, are the biggest advantages to choosing us and not going with GoFundMe.
Judy, thank you. Thank you, Kate.
Mhm.
Oh, Judy, you're muted.
There we go. I first just want to say how impressed I am with this organization. I can't believe I honestly had not heard of it before. It provides a world of assistance to people that I can personally think of.
Okay, good.
And so I'm eager to help you spread the word about it. I
Great.
wish that more of we have a great turnout, but I wish even more of our members were here today. But I want to do whatever I can to spread the word. I think there are a lot of people that would love to do something like this, but don't really know how to create the web page and really want to make it personal and want to appeal to donors specifically in their situation. So this is a wonderful resource.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I just want to verify. So all of the money that is raised for an individual will get to that individual based on how much they need at a certain point?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. So
and if they haven't been able to raise enough information for what they're trying to do. So let's say I happen to know that there are several people who would love to have standing friends. And those are, at least in my experience, my limited experience, they can be challenging to get. So if someone didn't raise enough, let's say they wanted a standing friend and they didn't, and I'm making this up, I promise you, I don't have any particular, but if they didn't raise enough money for it, would they just need to continue raising more? Is that how it works?
Yeah, basically, we would try to maybe see if they could explore any other grant opportunities. We always try to tell our clients, go and get as many grants as you can, and then, continue to fundraise. If say they need, like $2,000 or $3,000 more dollars, they can talk to their coordinator and maybe they can devise a plan of really how to get those final funds. So we really, you know, as I said, we work one-on-one with everyone and try to plan accordingly for all of our clients. And we would try to plan for, you know, how to get those remaining funds.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you
Mhm.
very much.
Great,
And-
great questions, Judy.
Thank you. And Heidi and Ryan or whoever, will this presentation be on our website at some point so that I
Yeah.
can also refer people? Okay, great.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. I think this is a really wonderful resource and very important for our members to know about. And I understand not everyone can come today, but I want them to know. So thank you.
I agree.
Katie, I think I heard you say that you could not help another nonprofit with their fundraising, only an individual.
Yes, we really focus on individuals. Some other organizations have, they have compassion funds, and those are more geared towards other organizations. But like I said, we might be able to kind of hammer out some details, if, and have maybe potentially help that nonprofit in some different way, or maybe
Well,
come up with a plan.
If an individual, for instance, needed a sports chair to be able to play a certain sport in a nonprofit organization,
Okay,
you
if
could
then,
individually he could apply.
yes,
but
yes,
he
yes.
can apply to you and get the money somehow. Is there a timeline where there's a deadline where they can raise so much money and then we got to start over, or
No.
it's indefinite?
Yes, indefinite. Yep. And we don't close a client's campaign page without letting them know. And, you know, people have campaigns with us for 10 years and they continue fundraising for random things that pop up that they might need.
And
So,
so the sports facility, would that individual be able to get like his membership paid for it to go to?
yes,
facility?
most likely.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry if it's a curve. I just new to this, but
Yeah. Yeah, we could assist with the
I understand
membership.
it's a certain thing. And I haven't ever applied for anything myself personally, but maybe I should.
Ryan, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I may have missed this. I had to step away for a moment. But do you guys cover sports equipment at all?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yep, we can cover adaptive sports equipment. Yep, anything related to that, like Steve said, a membership, equipment. Yep, we can help with.
Great. And kind of a second question to that is, what about like catheters, things like that, more like actual medical equipment?
Yep, durable medical equipment. Yeah, actual medical equipment, all of that. Yes, someone can fundraise for all of that.
Great. And last question that might be a quick answer. Is there anything that would disqualify someone from using your services?
You ask for basic financial information, and it's super rare that someone is making too much money to qualify with us. So really, it's very rare. And the only, that's basically what would have someone not be able to work with us. But like I mentioned, very rare.
Great. Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, Ryan. Good questions.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No,
Kate.
no, go ahead. Go ahead, Steve.
Well, someone applied to another organization is double dipping for the same materials. Is that illegal if somebody is using your organization and another similar one for the same durable goods, or there must be a fine line with that, right? I mean, you must have to collect that information and say, whether it's us or it doesn't matter to you.
Do you mean like using us and like maybe a different fundraising platform?
Multiple platforms.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if there's a specific way we can track it, but we do strongly recommend people close their GoFundMe's or close their other platforms. Especially GoFundMe. Some other platforms are a little different from us, so that might be a little different, but for sure GoFundMe. I think we require that they close those.
Well, yeah, you mentioned earlier, that's a good idea because their tax
Yeah,
and their income would be so increased to lose benefits. And
yes.
for you, it's a safer platform overall.
Mm-hmm.
I get that.
Yes.
That's really great what you do.
Thank you. These are great questions. Eric is asking, do people have to live in the United States or can they be international?
So you don't have to necessarily be a US citizen, but you do have to be receiving care in the United States. Just because all of our funds are in the US dollar, it would not really be feasible for us to transfer money and fundraise in different countries just because of that. So funds can only be raised in the US, but like I said, you don't have to be a US citizen, just receiving care here.
Kate, I know it was in your slides, is it typical that you pay to, like pay directly to vendors?
Yes,
Is
usually,
that always how it kind of works? It's like the need is identified. So the payment goes, which I think you were showing too, in like where the checks were sent to. The check is not just sent to the individual who's raising funds.
it can be. So if someone has already paid for something, they just need to show us proof of payment, and then we are able to reimburse them. I would say most of the time our clients do have us pay directly to vendor, but the reimbursement's always an option as well.
Okay, that
And
makes sense.
so on that subject, then your approved vendor list, but not maybe buying used equipment from another individual,
Mm-hmm.
equipment from a nonprofit. Let's say they were selling
Mm-hmm.
specialized sports chairs. You would have a approved vendor list, so maybe they wouldn't be able to do that, right?
That's a good question.
Sorry,
I'm
I'm so full of tricky questions, and I won't ask you anymore. But I think that one's kind of
yeah, I
That's
think
fine. They're very good questions because a lot of people do have the ability to purchase used equipment and things like that. So no, it's
yeah.
a good
I
question.
mean, I think as long as we had the information and we were able to look up that nonprofit and see that it was legit, then we would still be able to pay directly to them, or do whatever agreement that would be.
specifically my golf organization.
Mhm.
It's my job that I've taken on myself to buy golf vehicles that are medically necessary because they're standing frame power
Mhm.
wheelchairs, but made to also go golfing. And
Cool.
so they're very expensive. So I buy them when they need to be updated and with new power packs. So then after that, um, an individual that joins the
Mhm.
organization or into golf may want to purchase this thing
Mhm.
from me or the
Right.
organization.
Yeah, I
So
think that's something
that's
that we
something
could
like if I
do.
want to tell people, well, maybe go to um, Help Live and
Mhm.
see if you can get funds that are non-taxable. It's a medical necessary item. You can use it any way you want. Ultimately, a person that's paralyzed is standing, and
Yeah.
that's a huge health benefit. And so we would call it a medical piece of equipment, but it's also a leisure piece of
Mhm.
equipment.
Yeah.
There'll be a fine line, but maybe later on we'll talk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, I
Okay.
think it's something we could do. Mm-hmm.
Thanks,
Great.
Steve. Chris,
Thanks, Heidi. I'm on the website now and I'm looking at your section under support a campaign.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing 3 featured campaigns on there. Are there others or is it just these 3 at the moment?
Yeah, there's a bunch of others. So if you maybe scroll up, you'll see a search bar,
Okay,
and then you can search for a specific campaign. Those 3 featured campaigns, I think, rotate every week or so. So new people are up there. But to find a campaign, you would just go into that little search bar. It's kind of actually hard to find. And you would search for someone. And then that's how you would see their campaign page and be able to donate. We're also working to update our website. So right now it's easy to use, but whenever our new website is launched, it will be even easier to use. So also keep that in mind.
Do you have to know the name to search for a campaign, or could you put in transplant, or could you put in Massachusetts, or how does it?
That's a good question. I think you might need to know the specific person's campaign to really see, but if you type in like someone's first name, like if you type in like Matt or something, you could see and click through campaigns and see if they were injury, illness, transplant, where they lived. You could kind of get a general idea that way if you just typed in like someone's random first name. You could kind of get a good idea of what some campaign pages look like.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Kay is asking, do you keep previous campaigns on your website that have reached their goal or goals?
Yes. Yeah, they stay up on our website unless the client is asked to have it taken down. Also, say a client reached their goal of, $15,000 and they want to reset their goal, they can reset their thermometer anytime they want. So say they want to fundraise for something different, the thermometer's wiped clean and, they can start fresh with a new goal.
Another trick question. This is maybe silly. Maybe you've already answered it. So when a person fundraises through you, is it based on severity of injury?
Not necessarily, just really any type of injury. As long as someone has medical bills, essentially they're able to start fundraising with us.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And the person can come up with whatever goal they would like. It really depends on what they think their community would kind of respond to and what they think they need.
I wish I knew you 31 years ago.
Yeah. We're trying to get our name out there as best we can.
Okay. I've asked all my questions.
Great. They're great questions, Steve.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Life is difficult when you're severely injured with ongoing.
Mhm.
And I love to help people through sports. And it helps me too. But it's socializing, being able to get back to activities. So
Yeah,
love
that's amazing.
it's all good stuff. Good stuff.
Mary's asking, is there a minimum amount to set as a goal? For example, $500.
Nope. Yep. People have a goal of $500. People have a goal, I think, of, $200. Some of our transplant clients, maybe don't necessarily need as much fundraising support. So, I would say our transplant clients tend to set goals of like between 500 and 10,000. And then some of our injury and illness clients set their goals a little bit higher. But like I said, it just depends, but there's no minimum to that goal.
Richard.
Yes, am I unmuted? Because I can't tell.
Yes, you are unmuted. Go
Okay.
right ahead.
Yes. Is there a verification process for like experimental treatments or therapies or studies that needs to be done in terms
Yes,
of
good
raising
question.
funds?
Yes, there is an additional verification process for that usually our director takes a look at. So yes, that's a good question. There is one extra step for that stuff.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Richard. Barbara's asking for the website address. It's helphopelive.org. Is that?
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
put it in here.
So I just put it in, but I just wanted to.
Oh, okay.
It's quite simple, right?
Yes.
Great.
Yep.
Thank you. Perfect.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is great, really great information. I'm so glad to hear more about it. Richard, I just want to make sure that you don't, I'm assuming your hand is just still raised, but I will lower it for you. Unless you, please jump in if you have another question. Thanks. Anybody else who wants to, even if you just want to call something out here, you don't, no need to put it in the chat.
Okay, this is Maria.
Hi, Maria.
I'm asking if people doesn't have a spinal cord injury, like any kind of injury,
Mhm.
just medical treatment, they be able to do the same thing?
Yeah, as long as they have some type of diagnosis and they have medical bills, we should be able to help them. Yes. Like I said, our illness category has really expanded. So, we're really able to help more people than ever now.
Thank you.
And Kay is asking, is there a maximum dollar goal limit?
Nope. No maximum, no minimum, no maximum.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right. If we don't have any other questions, it's fine if we end a little bit early. If anyone has other questions, or if you want to get in touch with Kate or anyone from Help Hope Live, you can reach out to any of the information that she provided, or please go right to the website, send me an email, let me know. I'm happy to connect you. And yeah, is there anything else? Sammy, do you have something? You're muted. Are you able to let's see. Sammy, I don't have the ability to unmute you. Are you able to do that? No, okay. Sorry, I'm sorry, Sammy. Will you get in touch with me later and let me know what your question is? Okay, all right, thanks.
I'll put my email in here too.
Oh, great, thank you. All right, so Kate's adding her email.
And one thing I'll just add is if any of you are thinking about starting a campaign, but you don't know where to start, or you have a limited community, I would just really encourage you to still call us and talk to a coordinator, because they can help you to think of ideas outside the box. Just even having a conversation with them sometimes really can spark some ideas. So I would just really say give us a call regardless of if you're nervous or you're unsure.
Great. Thank you again, Kate. Really appreciate your time. And yeah, it was terrific. Great presentation. Great to see you all here. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day and weekend. It looks like we've got some nice weather coming back at us. So.
Thank you very much. Great presentation.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you all.
So much.
Thanks, everyone. All right.
Have a wonderful rest of your day.
You too.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.